Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Emirza, and today we have God of War Ragnarok gameplay again. But this time is different, cause I'm gonna tell you about things that you must know before playing God of War Ragnarok. Most of us love this game, and actually I raised with God of War series, so I don't take longer. Let's dive in. Number 1. You will have more XP and money than you know what to do with eventually. I think it's important to know how the economy of this game works up front. In short, you really do not need to stress about what to do, spend XP or money on in the early parts of the game. Rewards scales. So, you might be getting 1000 XP or hack silver in early phases, but you will be getting 10 between 20,000 when completing missions and challenges towards the end of the game. So, spend freely, as you should be able to purchase every major upgrade for you, Atreus and gear for you both by the end of the game. There is no real bottleneck. Number 2. Diversify your combat to upgrade your skills. One new addition to God of War Ragnarok is that the more you use a skill, you can eventually upgrade it to boost its damage, defense, element, or other states. As such, the more diverse you can make your combat across the axe and blades, the most overall upgrades you will unlock as episode to just pairing and doing little easy combos. Use all the skills often. Number 3. Come back later for this puzzle obstacle. This is not exactly a new mechanic in video games, but let me be clear about some confusing things you may encounter on some early maps. These are two things. What looks like a little wind gust coming out of a wall, and what looks like a yellow glowing patch that you cannot interact with early on. You will get a tool that overcomes these obstacles later in the story. Second, there are weird, fluty, broken rune things around you will see. You will need to progress the story to a certain point to learn how to use these. No amount of experimentation will get you past any of that stuff. It will be clear when you get to the point where you can interact with them. Number 4. You can overlevel for harder mini-bosses. There are new mini-bosses that replace Valkyries that you will eventually unlock fights with around the map. I won't say what they are, but many can be quite difficult. I found that for some of them, ignoring them and then circling back around when Kratos and his gear were at a higher level was the play. As you can overlevel them, they won't scale with you. The same is true for things like combat challenges, most of which will not scale to you. Number 5. Side quests are essentially not optional. The side quests here are almost on the level of The Witcher 3. if not past them. As such, I really wouldn't consider most of the larger side quests optional here. Some clear are, like hacking through all of Odin's spy ravens, which are merely collectibles. But things that are actual side quests are often hugely important story beats for specific characters in the game and should not be ignored. I would complete all major side quests before the final to really flesh out the full cast as much as you can.